to walk
Money
away?
is not an entertaining thing for me, to be fair.
Wow, that's amazing.
I know a lot of people would live and die for money, extra few dollars. But a few bucks to me is just a zero on an account card. Doesn't really, money don't make a man. And I know that. And I know people who's got plenty of money and not one of them's happy. And they're always chasing.
Tyson's being greedy. And where I'm standing, Usyk, you and your team are worth 30%. You either take it or you leave it.
Boxing has officially disappointed once again. I mean, at this point, my brain is just programmed into hearing a fight and just assuming it's not going to happen. Like, until fight week starts, I'm officially just not paying attention to anything because especially the Furies, we have been duped so many times. He was supposed to fight AJ twice, and now he was supposed to fight Usyk April 29th. Looks like the fight's not even happening. And I'm going to break down everything on why the fight's not happening, the whole situation. Is Tyson Fury scared? Is he being greedy? Short answer, yes, he's being greedy, which is the title of the video, I believe. And Tyson Fury was like one of my favorite boxers. Like, I don't know anymore. I don't want to say that he's not, but it's just what is going on. I'm going to be breaking down everything. But before that, just a reminder, Q&A is on Thursday, or maybe it's going to be Saturday. I don't know. With the UFC pay-per-view, I might just move it so there's more coverage for the pay-per-view. But either way, it's going to be this week. So comment questions in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what any questions you guys have. We're going to get into this breakdown right now. All right, so for like almost 10 years, we've been trying to have this undisputed heavyweight fight. Originally, it was Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, and then now the title has switched hands so many times. It looks like we're finally at a place where we could finally get an undisputed fight. Alexander Usyk, who just beat Anthony Joshua, and we have Tyson Fury on the other hand. Both guys undefeated. This is a massive fight, but as you guys know, boxing is just terrible with the promoters, with the managers. It's not like the UFC where there's just one promoter kind of in charge of all the fighters. Every promoter has a goal of their own, so all these promoters are really just selfish at the end of the day, looking out for their money and also their clients' money, which I guess is part of their job. But a lot of promoters will protect the boxers, not even for them, just for themselves, just because they get a percentage of their purse. So boxing is usually always a mess. It takes forever to make these fights, and then when these fights happen, nobody cares. And that's just how it goes down, which is why you have to give a lot of props to Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis for both putting their undefeated record on the line, especially for Ryan Garcia, who is a massive social media star. He's risking a lot by taking this fight, and if he loses, I mean, it might take a massive hit to his career. And Tank is such a dangerous opponent. He has way more experience, but I respect Ryan Garcia a lot for taking the fight. But I wish Tyson Fury could take a page out of these guys' books. So this fight has been in the works forever. We've been hearing April 29th for the longest time, which is also my birthday, so that'll be a nice little birthday treat for me. But then talks kind of went silent until last week. Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk kind of publicly argued on Twitter. Fury claiming he wanted 70% of the purse, while Alexander Usyk would obviously only get 30.
I see all this talk of boxing fights, they want 50%, Usyk's and all this, Tyson's being greedy. And where I'm standing, Usyk, you and your team are worth 30%. You either take it or you leave it. And if you don't want it, go and fight Daniel Dubois at the Copper Box and get a few $1 million. If you want to make some real money, come and fight the Gypsy King.
Now, is this purse fair? I mean, look, it's an undisputed fight. Obviously, Alexander Usyk has done his work. He's beaten Anthony Joshua. He's beaten other guys in the cruiserweight division. Alexander Usyk is a high-level guy. But let's be real, the name value isn't there. He isn't as big as Tyson Fury. I mean, the Fury name is huge. You look at the Jake Paul pay-per-view numbers. Jake Paul was fighting the likes of Tyron Woodley, Anderson Silva, both big UFC champs, and then he fights Tommy Fury, and the fight is like 10 times bigger. You can't deny that the Furies have a name, and that's the little brother. So imagine Tyson Fury, and this is undisputed. So I get not having 50-50. Maybe Fury is entitled to 70% of the revenue, because you gotta wonder how many people are watching for Fury and how many people are watching for Usyk. A lot of casual fans are going to be watching just for Fury. There's not going to be a lot of casual fans watching for Usyk. But the thing that's disappointing about this is that Tyson Fury has always said, I don't care about money, I care about legacy. And he still stands by that to this day. But it's clearly not the case. And normally I would say, hey, make as much money as possible for this short time. But Fury has money in the bank. The only numbers I could find is like in 2021, he made about $40 million, which should just be enough. Like, I don't think you need any more than 40 million, but it's like you're not hurting for money. I don't understand the desperate need for money. It's almost like you're making such a ridiculous demand so the fight doesn't happen. I mean, that's just what it looks like to me. But Usyk, being the real G he is, caring about his legacy, accepts the terms and says, look, 70-30 is fine, whatever, which is not a bad idea, because if he beats Tyson Fury, I guarantee he's going to get paid a lot more than whatever that 30% is next time out, especially since there's probably going to be a rematch. But speaking of rematch, there's now another issue after Usyk accepts accepted this ridiculous offer. Now, apparently, Fury doesn't want Usyk to have a rematch clause in there, which makes sense. I get that. I think if Fury beats Usyk, I don't think a lot of people are going to be clamoring for a rematch. I think the other way around makes a little more sense. I think if Usyk beats Fury, I think a lot more people are going to want to see how Fury comes back. But Fury has said, hey, let's have no rematch clause, one and done. And to be honest, look, this makes sense. I don't mind this. Rematch clauses are usually dumb, and plus, it really should come down to how the fight goes. Like, if Fury gets dominated from round 1 to round 12, who cares about a rematch? That's not usually how boxing works, but it's alright. But Usyk and his promoter have exposed that it was Tyson Fury that actually put the rematch clause in the contract.
Usyk's people are talking about rematch clauses and all that bollocks. Here's one to up the antes. How about there is no fucking rematch clause for both of us? Let's up the antes completely. Never worry about what's in the future and how many more dollars you can get after you've been defeated. Worry about the fight. April 29th, no rematch clause. The winner takes the glory. The loser goes home with his dick in his hand. How about that?
Greedy belly. Rematch clause comes from your side, not mine. Stop whining and ducking. Be a man. Ink the contract or vacate the belt. I need undisputed. And not to play your stupid games.
So is this just more excuses from Tyson Fury? As much as I hate to admit it, I don't know what's going on. Fury talks a lot of shit to Usyk, calling him a fat middleweight, but the Fury family isn't dumb. The Fury family knows Usyk is a legit guy, and yes, I think the size advantage will definitely be in the favor of Fury, and I think that'll help him win the fight. The pure boxing ability of Alexander Usyk is incredible. Like you saw with the Anthony Joshua fight, especially the first fight, he was the much smaller guy. He's since bulked up, but in the first fight especially, he was a lot smaller, and he was just outboxing Anthony Joshua. We've never seen Anthony Joshua get so beat up, and yes, I know he lost to Andy Ruiz, but other than those knockdowns, he was winning the fight. And as of now, it looks like the fight is not going to happen April 29th, and to be honest, I don't believe it will. I'm sorry guys, the fight is not going to happen in a month and a half, I don't think. We've seen crazier, but that is just way too soon in my opinion. I don't think Fury is going to accept a fight on a month and a half's notice. I just think Fury really has no intention of fighting Usyk right now, and I don't know why that is. I know a lot of people are going to say Fury is scared. I mean, I don't know. You just have to wonder, does Fury really want to fight the highest of competition? I mean, we've seen him fight Dillian White, and Dillian White is an underrated guy. Like, a lot of people disrespect him because he has lost to the top of the division, but he's a good boxer. He's probably in like the A-tier heavyweight boxers at the moment. But then Derek Chisora, a guy that he's beaten twice already, and he's talking about fighting Ngannou. It's like, to me, it seems like Fury's just wanting these big paydays without fighting legit opponents, and that's fine. If that's what you want to do, I don't blame you, because hell, I would probably do the same. Then vacate the belt and be straight up about it. Let Usyk get his undisputed fight, and as much as it would suck because I want to see Usyk and Fury too, I don't necessarily blame Tyson Fury, because like Usyk is the smaller name, and Fury could probably get more money fighting guys like Ngannou, or just getting big bags fighting lesser dudes. But that's basically it. I hope you guys now have a little bit of a better understanding of what's going on with the situation. I know it sucks, especially if you're a boxing fan, and I usually don't talk about boxing too much on the channel just because boxing is just literally have just taken such a decline that I don't even like to talk about it. Nothing gets done there. I only talk about the bigger fights that I actually think will happen. Hopefully this fight happens at some point, even if it's not April 29th, maybe in the summer. I don't know, who knows. Anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be covering UFC tomorrow. Finally, it's fight week, making my predictions this week, breaking down some of the footage, all that and more this week, so tune in for that if you're a UFC fan watching the channel. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share for the Q&A, and I'll see you guys in the next one.